everybody. That was me at Gruen Guitar playing an authentic 1959 Fender Stratocaster in custom color Fiesta Red. That guitar was $20,000, so really I can't ever afford anything like that. But what I do have is a 1979 Stratocaster. And I was thinking to myself, you know, I'm really not happy with the pickups in it, so why don't we make a change? Let's put some Seymour Duncan Antiquities in there and see if it gets anything close to that guitar. We're going to do a little playing sample with the old pickups and with the new pickups just to see the difference. Okay, so as I said, we're going to install these awesome Duncan Antiquity pickups that I got. And let's start by taking a look at these. These are pretty amazing. I took a sneak peek, not going to lie. Just to see what we have. They come in this awesome little bag, which Seymour himself says you can put your picks in or whatever. Oh, you get this, also get this amazing little card with them. Tells you the story of how and why, and there's a great video on the Seymour Duncan YouTube that talks about basically the thoughts behind these pickups and how they do it, like the screws or whatever. They put them on the roof of the building to age them, and they degauss the pole pieces a little bit, the magnets, to simulate that classic tone. But they come wrapped up in this paper, and apparently that's exactly how Leo Fender did it. So when he sold pickups. But here we go. This is the neck pickup. Look at that. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, so they're pretty great. Like you can see the age. Got the old cloth wrapped wire going on, black back. It's everything you want to see. So these just sound amazing. The only thing is, do I keep the black covers on? Do I swap them over from what's already on here, or do I leave them cream colored? You know, I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards cream colored because when you tap on them, I don't know if you can hear that at all. It's got like this nice high pitched stuff. Even this plastic is formulated like a, and these are Texas Hot. Sorry, these are Texas Hot Antiquities, so they're voiced like Stevie Ray Vaughan's apparently, which is like a 61, 62, 63 type Fender pickup. So I think I'm gonna leave them cream, you know. Let's just install them how they are. Alright, they're all the same. I should also mention that they have been ohm calibrated. So what do we have here? The neck pickup is 6.27K and the middle is 6.33K. The bridge is 9.81K. Get a cool serial number and whatnot. My plan was to basically throw these graybacks right back in these bags. Put this whole box in the case and keep it with the guitar. This is a 79 Stratocaster. It's quite honestly the greatest playing guitar that I have ever owned. As far as ultimate tuning stability, it's a hardtail, so it's pretty great. I love this guitar. It's also my birth year, and you know, not to date myself, but so let's pull these strings off. They're brand new strings. I'm going to keep them on for the sake of our tone test. So we'll go ahead and pull these. Gotta love the old school tuners, where you can just drop them down and wrap them around. It's pretty great. Yeah, there's not much that I don't love about this guitar. It's got some amazing finish checking going on, which is common for these black Strats of this era. And I just love it. The neck profile is perfect for my hand. There's nothing I don't love about this guitar except the pickups. It has had a refret done before I got it, so and that did nothing but improve the guitar. And I am a big proponent of do a refret, you know. If your guitar is fretting out and it sounds like crap when you try and bend, definitely have that done. I have a 1973 SG that is, well, you saw it in the last video if you were here for that one. And if not, go check it out. It's the one where I feature the deluxe amp. And take a look at the SG. That thing's got some low and flat frets, I'll tell you what. So within a year or so, I'm going to have to do it. There's some notes that I bend on there that sound pretty terrible. Also, I have not been inside of this guitar since I have owned it. So I'm really curious to see what the pot codes say, whether it's been worked on. I was told no, but I already know that was a lie because, as you can see, it has a white switch tip, and that's a dead giveaway. Unless somebody just replaced the switch tip, that switch should be a replacement. So I am just as curious as you. Now these old gray bottom pickups have flat pole pieces, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Tellys have black pole pieces as well. So I mean, so yeah, when you're pulling screws out of a vintage guitar, make sure you always have a receptacle. I'm going to use my Viking chalice / Holy Grail to put my screws in, just to make sure that I don't lose them. Okay, moment of truth, everybody. We're seeing inside this guitar together for the first time. So we're going to pull the pickguard up very gently, watching out for those grounds. Okay, what do we have here? Alright, so my pickups in here are reading 1730-78, so these are 1978 pickups. Doesn't mean anything during these years. What do our pot codes say here? One of them is covered by solder. Yep, 79 on the pot codes, so that is good news. If you want to see something, the serial number says 79, but I know with some of these CBS Strats that can be not always meaningful. So we have here, I can't tell if that switch has been replaced, but I'm almost positive it has. So alright, now these old gray, it's too bad these gray back pickups don't sound good. It really is. The neck sounds great. This bridge is just absolute Tin City. So let's see what's going on in the cavity. My goodness, is there a lot of gunk. We're not dealing with a refin here. That's good. We got a little sticker in here that says F27. I have no idea what that means. It's right there. Alright, very careful of the ground wires. So, we're going to need some sort of thing so that we don't scratch the guitar. Now, I know you're looking at it right now and you see that it's all beat up, which is awesome. I mean, it's not beat up. It's still in very good condition, but it's a player. We're going to have to find something to put in between the pickguard and the body while we work. And I have just the thing. It came with my soldering station. So we're going to put this little t-shirt right here. And here we go. This is what we're dealing with. Alright. I'm going to have to take this tape off of these old wires. I only recommend this on a vintage guitar if this is something you intend to play the crap out of, which I do. Like, I'm working on writing songs for a record right now, so I need this thing to sound good and perform good. And I have no doubt with these Duncans that it will. But I hate taking this tape off from 1979. This tape's been on here as long as I've been alive, which is a cool thing to think about. So off it goes. Look at that brittle stuff. Still sticky. 42 years later, still sticky. That's pretty good. Some good tape. Alright. So now that we have some of the wires loose, we can start to trace hot wires. So our neck's going to go to this third lug right here. I don't love this jumper wire. It's proximity. There we go. Just moved it a touch. Just a little touch. Alright. So neck go there. So all the grounds are soldered to the volume pot right here. All stuck together with a nice glob of solder right on the volume pot. And all the hots go to the switch. So if you've ever changed pickups in a Strat, you already know that. If you don't, that's, well, you're welcome. So let's see here. And first, we will desolder the grounds. Okay, tin your iron a little bit. Let's pull these grounds out of here. Try to anyways. There's number one. Number two is a little stubborn. And we want to be careful. Two is free. Three is free. Okay, so that is the neck. We have some sort of jump here. I don't know why. They're jumped all the way across, so perhaps we will clip that. Solder it there. This wire's jumping all the way across. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, all the grounds are free. This is our middle position pickup right here. Save all these paper. Wrap our bridge, which is 9.18K. 9.81K, sorry. Let's see what we got here. Neck position goes to this lug. Neck is the far lug. Okay, middle. Just make sure you trace them just to be sure. Middle is loose. And bridge. Bridge has quite a bit of solder on it. Bridge has quite a bit of solder on it, so barely touching it. There we go. We're through. There. Alright, now let's pull the pickups. So we're gonna install all the new pickups before we start wiring. which I don't ever plan on selling this guitar, so I don't think I'll be putting them back in. But, you know, maybe in the future when I move on from this earthly plane, somebody will want to do it. I'll wrap them right up the way they were. Set them off to the side. There's one while we're in here. Let's clean things up. You know, and they don't shield the entire pickguard in the 70s. And I haven't had too much problem with hum and whatnot with this thing, but I'm just interested in the comments. You know, if you guys see me doing things wrong, go ahead and tell me. You know, I want to learn. That's the whole mission of this channel. I love vintage gear, player grade vintage gear. And I know I'm by far not the only guy on this platform that's into the same thing. So please do tell me if I'm screwing things up. And maybe we'll find out on our own before this job is done that we have massively screwed up somehow. In which case I will need to definitely have the help of the gallery. So, alright. Tell me your guys' horror stories too, if you've done something like this or any sort of work like this and things went horribly wrong, and what you learned, because that's what this channel is going to be about, learning. I'll tell you what I know, and some of you will tell me I'm full of shit. I'm sure. I know how this goes. I watch enough of this stuff to know how it goes in the comment section, so bring it! Let's have it. I'm ready. Alright, here we go. We're gonna pull these screws. This little bit of rubber hose. It's a hoser. Alright, let's have a look at this coil wire in here. You have to be very, very careful. They said that this wire is aged in its own right. You have to be very careful when you pull the cover off. You do not want to damage. Yeah, look at that. It's all dusty and grody in there. I think these are going to be a winner. Their back's potted, so pretty cool. Alright. There it goes. Get our tubing back on. Sorry if you can't see here, this is a work in progress. Basically we're sliding on this rubber tubing. So what is going on here? Guess what? This Antiquity cover does not want to go through the hole of the old pickguard, the original pickguard here. We might be forced to put on, oh man, I think we're forced to put on the old covers, if they'll even go. If not, we have a big problem, guys. They do fit on there, the old covers, so this is the old cover. This isn't exactly what I wanted to do, but like I said, I was a bit torn on what to do here, so do the screw holes line up? There you do. I was very torn on this. Do I want to put the new covers on, change the look of the guitar dramatically? Well, the choice has just been made for us, so old covers it is. I ain't mad at that. I didn't want to change the look, just the sound. You know, black on black Strat from this era is very cool in my opinion. It's part of why I wanted it. I saw it sitting on a stand at the local music store and I gasped. Like, I audibly gasped. I was like, oh my god. If I could have any 1970s Strat, it would be this. Plain and simple. There's the neck position in. Let's get this bad boy in. You got your serial number on the back of your bridge pickup. Apparently they keep track of every single antiquity they put out, so that is good to know. Okay, all 3 Duncan Antiquities are in now. Now we can set to work at... Wow, that's a lot of lead. Okay, so I prepped all the ground leads, snipped them off, and pushed back the sheathing. And we are going to now solder them all to the volume pot together. Just like so. So we're going to tin up our iron. Looks strong, looks good. Alright. Let's shorten these leads to go to the switch. First I want to make sure everything's nice and straight in here. The solder definitely tins really nice on the wire. Now we're going to heat up the lug and shove it through. Go. Bridge is installed. I'll go back and touch it up a little bit. Let's do middle position. Next lug. Come around here. How much do we need? Right there. That. Push back our sheathing. Let's tin this. Okay, wire's tinned. Let's heat up the lug. Work a little more, shove it through. Position is installed. And then our neck pickup, the lead is actually pretty good length for that, so we'll just go with it. Let's tin that. And what's the worst you can do? You can mess it up a little bit, you know. You do not screw down the pick guard until you're sure everything works. Alright, tinned. Heat up the lug. Neck is in. Okay, so we have bridge. Let's go middle. Middle works. I have neck. Success. Let's screw it all back together. Pick guard is sitting flat and nice. Everything functions. So that's a job well done right there. That's sort of the trick, is getting the wires back in. Back in the cavities. They don't give you a lot of room. You know, they had this down to such a science when they were kicking these out of the factory. We now have some Duncan Antiquities in the '79 Stratocaster Hardtail. I am so excited to see how it sounds. I suspect it's going to sound pretty good. You know, I can tell there's a little more tonal presence even just by tapping on the pickups. It's kind of cool. And there we go, guys. It's all installed. Looks nice. Raised pole pieces is pretty cool. I like that. So let's kick these pickups up to the proper height. Alright guys, we'll check out how she sounds compared to the old pickups here, so stay tuned. So, these new pickups, I think they sound absolutely amazing compared to what was in there. Like I said earlier, that '59 Strat that I played at Groom Guitars is what inspired me to make this change, and I feel like it was the right change, absolutely. And since this guitar is always going to be with me, I don't have any qualms about messing with its originality. You'll have to make that choice for yourself if you want to do something similar to yours, but thanks for tuning in. If you stayed all this time, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you on the next one.